Hello everyone, and thank you for joining today's session. My name is Simon Nakra, and I'm the Chief Revenue Officer at Conversant Technology. I have been at Conversant for the past 7 years. However, I have worked in the unified communications industry for over 15 years, specifically working with Microsoft technologies. So what are we going to cover today? Well, today we'll talk about modernising your communications without chaos of a full rip and replace. The core idea is layering, adding modern capabilities on top of what you already have so you don't lose what's working. We speak to many organisations and often they say they are very fearful of a rip and replace. Fear not, as we are here to put your mind at ease. Hopefully you will get some useful information from this webinar. However, if you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Now let's move on to the agenda for today's webinar. The agenda for today. First, the legacy telephony problems we're seeing in 2025. Then we're going to talk about why total replacement isn't always necessary. Next, what a connected modern setup actually looks like. Then we are going to cover a real-world case study showing a tangible fix. We are then going to cover a simple, powerful 5-step blueprint to transition smartly. And finally, time for a live Q&A to address your questions. Here's the core frame. You're trying to serve modern customers with tools that feel like they're from 2009. Today's customers expect fast responses, mobile-first communication, personalised experiences, omnichannel continuity, and very little tolerance for delays or confusion. Yet many businesses still rely on desk phones with call logging, email siloed by person, and no real integration between phone, CRM, and chat. Businesses are often using disconnected tools, which creates friction and slows everything down. The big takeaway: the problem isn't just aging hardware. It's fragmenting processes and data silos that hold you back from delivering fast, consistent, personalized experiences. Quick question for you. Where in your current setup do you feel you're failing short on speed or consistency? Let's connect that to the cost of staying with legacy systems. Let's talk about impact, not just hardware. A couple of powerful stats to frame the business case. 80% of customers hang up if voicemail is reached, and 27% of leads are never contacted because of slow lead response times. Beyond the numbers, the message is clear. Outdated systems cost more than money. They cost time, reduce visibility into what's happening, and erode customer trust. You're not just paying for the phones, you're paying in missed opportunities, slower decisions, and less confident customer interactions. Cost only tell part of the story, but the symptoms are what show up in daily work. Let's look at the signs. If you're seeing any of these, your system may be holding you back. Missed calls with no logging, no caller ID integration, switching between apps to fetch customer information, no visibility of past conversations, delays in handovers between teams, and inconsistent tone and messaging across channels. A practical stat to keep in mind: about 50% of employees say they spend more time looking for information than focusing on customers. That's a sign you're losing momentum on customer engagement. These symptoms aren't just annoying. They're leaks in speed, context, and consistency. A connected modern stack can address them by centralizing data and smoothing handoffs. If this resonates, you're not alone, and you don't need to throw away everything to fix it. Let's talk about why replacing everything isn't the only solution. The core claim is simple. Full tech replacements are costly, disruptive, and often unnecessary. Modernisation doesn't mean demolition. It means layering. Overlay modern capabilities on top of what you already have. Huge replacements can carry real risks. High cost of full system overhauls. Employee resistance to change. Business disruption during migration. Roughly 27% of digital transformation projects fully replace legacy systems, leaving many organisations stuck in between. Why layering wins? Faster time to value, lower risk, and easier adoption. You preserve what works and add what's missing. What piece of your stack would benefit from a modern-day overlay without touching everything you currently rely on? Let's look at a connected stack that you can layer in the right way. The future is connected. Voice, messaging, CRM, support and more, working as one, not in silos. It's not about chasing more channels, it's about continuity across channels and making data flow seamlessly. Core components you would expect: voice, CRM, Teams, help desk, chat, email and social. A live call should feed data into the CRM and help desk. Chat and email should access the same customer history. Social interactions become part of the same customer view. The payoff: unified data, faster responses, better context, and more consistent messaging across touchpoints. To show this in action, we have a real-world example. So what was Vistry Group's starting position? Disjointed systems, a CRM integration lost during a Teams transition, and a lack of robust reporting. The solution for them was to consolidate onto a simple integrated platform, re-establish CRM integration so customer data is readily accessible during calls, implement comprehensive reporting for visibility, performance tracking and optimization. So what was Vistry's outcomes? A simplified management, improved team coordination, faster access to customer data during interactions, and a stronger oversight to identify and optimize opportunities. What's the practical takeaway in this? Breaking down data silos and ensuring cross-channel visibility empowers real-time decision-making and better service. This is exactly why a smart, phased approach matters. Now, how do you do it in your organization? The blueprint is simple and practical. 5 steps designed to minimize disruption and maximize value. Audit your existing setup. Inventory, telephony, messaging, CRM, help desk and analytics. Map current call flows, logging, handoffs and data gaps. Identify pain points and quick win opportunities. Define what you actually need. Decide on core features across voice, messaging, CRM integration, analytics and security compliance. Set clear criteria and KPIs. And prioritize requirements by impact and feasibility. Overlay, don't overhaul. Design integration points and bridging strategies rather than ripping out entire systems. Plan data migration, compatibility checks and change management. And ensure redundancy and fallback options during the overlay. Go live in phases. Roll out manageable phases for pilot and then incremental expansion. Use pilots to validate workflows, not just technology. And build a feedback loop to refine the rollout. Finally, optimize with real-time data. Implement dashboards and monitoring for ongoing performance. Use data-tuned workflows, routing, staffing and SLAs. Establish governance to keep the focus on value and prevent feature creep. So what's the bottom line? This phased overlay approach minimizes disruption, accelerates value and is easier to adopt. If you want a quick visual, imagine a 5-step flow you can revisit anytime to guide the rollout. Even the right tools can fail if they aren't deployed with the right approach. What are the most common traps? Trying to switch everything at once, ignoring user training, and focusing on tools, not workflows, not measuring communication performance. A striking stat to remember: about 70% of IT project failures are due to a lack of user adoption. So what are the practical remedies? Roll out in stages with clear milestones. Invest in user-friendly training and change management. Align tools with actual workflows, not just feature checklists. And define and track KPIs from day one. The key takeaway: success hinges on people, processes, and measurable outcomes, not just technology. So I would like to thank you for your attention and participation today. We have covered a lot of ground regarding the challenges of legacy telephony and how to navigate them. If you have any further questions or would like to connect, don't hesitate to reach out. Many thanks.